Hey guys, this is a grammar lesson all about conjunctions. This is the second lesson, so please make sure that you have watched the first one. In the first lesson about conjunctions, we talked about the meaning of each conjunction, and in this one, we're going to be talking about the grammatical use, so the way that we use it in a sentence. Okay, so let's review our 4 conjunctions that we are working with for this time. Let's start with and. Remember, that's when we're taking 2 ideas and putting them together, so there would be similar ideas. Next one we'll do is but. That's when we have an idea and then something changes. All right, then we have or. That's when we have 2 ideas that are kind of different. Think about compare and contrast. And then also we had so, and this is the one that makes me think of cause and effect, because something happens, so another thing happens later on. Okay, so when we're using these conjunctions in a sentence, we need to remember that we're really taking 2 baby sentences and making them one big first grade sentence. So, because we're making 2 baby sentences into one big first grade sentence, we have a couple of things that we have to do. First of all, we have to write our conjunction in there. And secondly, we have to use a comma. This comma is important. It's important to listen and think about where you would put it, because the comma goes right before the conjunction. The comma goes right before the conjunction. Think about it this way. A period makes you stop. Stop completely. I like dogs, period. Then you're stopped. A comma makes you take a breath. I like dogs and I like cats. Think about the comma and the conjunction taking over where that period would be. The comma helps you remember to pause and take a break before you move on to the second part of your big kid sentence. Remember that we're not writing baby sentences anymore because we are in first grade. So when we're using these conjunctions, we're taking 2 full ideas and making it into one first grade sentence. Let's do a little example and see if we can understand it together. We're going to work with the one with so. Okay, if I were to say this sentence, I want you to first think about where the conjunction would go and think about where the comma would go. Then I'm going to tell you the answer, okay? So I'm going to give you a chance first, and then I'm going to tell you, okay? This is the sentence. Listen. My markers ran out of ink, so I had to use some crayons. My markers ran out of ink, so I had to use some crayons. Where is the conjunction? And where's the comma? Well, I know that my markers ran out of ink is a full sentence. I could stop there. It would be a baby sentence, but I could stop there. My markers ran out of ink. So, there's my conjunction. I had to switch to crayons. But what am I missing in this sentence? There's something Oh, that's right, my comma. Now let me think, where did I put that pause? My marker ran out of ink, so I had to switch to crayons. You need to put that comma right before your conjunction, because remember, you have a full sentence sitting there at the beginning. It's a baby sentence, but it's a sentence. We have to use some punctuation there, and then we have to continue our thought with our conjunctions. So, okay. So when we were looking at that sentence, my markers ran out of ink, we would have comma, so I had to switch to crayons. To sum it up, when you have a conjunction in a sentence, you're going to want to make sure that you have a comma right before it. I'm going to say that again. When you have a conjunction in a sentence, you're going to make sure that your comma is right before it. Because remember, we have 2 thoughts in our big kid sentence. 2 different thoughts. We're going to say our first thought, take a pause, have our conjunction, and then say our second thought. Okay, thank you for listening to this quick lesson about commas and conjunctions, and I'll see you guys soon.